Let's try to solve October, November 2017, paper 1-1. Calculators are not allowed in this one. Try to understand all the steps to a question rather than getting to the solution. Make sure you write everything down. How will we evaluate this? Nice. It's mixed numbers. जब तक we do not convert it into fractions, we cannot simplify. Yes, first we'll convert the mixed number into fractions. 11/8 minus 2/3. Now they are different denominators. We cannot add or subtract fractions with different denominators. So we take the LCM of 8 and 3. Do not always go on multiplying 8 and 3. Take the LCM of 8 and 3. In this case, yes, it is the multiple of 8 and 3, which is 24. So you need to multiply it by 3. So we'll also multiply 11 by 3 minus 2 by 8. Simplify. 33 minus 16 upon 24, which is this proper fraction? Evaluate this. How will we evaluate this? 4 into 13. Simply multiply 4 by 13 pehle. Forget about the decimals. Just multiply 4 by 13.
4 by 13. 0.52.
4 by 13. Karo na. 4 3s are.
Four by 13 now.
4
4 into 13
into 13 is 52. अब total decimal place count करो. एक इसकी और दो इसकी. So 1 and 2 decimal place you move. The decimal will be over here. This becomes 0.52. Total decimal places count करके एक साथ ही final answer में we move the decimal places. Similarly, this one. Yes, what is 9 square? 81 minus what is 9 to the power 0? 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So 81 minus 1 is 80. So what about this one? No. But do not call that reciprocation. That is not reciprocation. Prime basis. इसमें I urge you to make prime basis if you want to. दो तरीके हैं इसको करने के. दोनों methods समझ लो. Again, methods तो बहुत होते हैं, but we focus on a few. So first is, if you want to, if this has the power -12, if you forcefully take 9 into the denominator, the power becomes +12. What does a power half mean? Half का मतलब होता है square root. So what is the square root of 9? This is not reciprocation. Reciprocation means switching between the numerators and the denominators. No, this is not reciprocation. This is not reciprocation. Understand this thing. This is forcefully changing the position of a base. नहीं होता. Okay, I'll show you. Wait. Reciprocation का क्या मतलब है? 2/3. If you reciprocate it, what do you get? 2/3. If you reciprocate 2/3, 3/2. That is reciprocation. But if I bring this 3 up, this is not called reciprocation. This is called forcefully bringing. 3 was being divided. अगर आप उसको ऊपर लाके multiply करते हैं, so you change the sign of its power. So do not call this reciprocation, please. This is changing the position of a base. Again, another way to do this is make prime bases. 9 की जगह can I write 3 square? and the entire thing has a power negative half. So powers multiply, 3 gets a power of -1, which is 1 over 3. 3 नीचे चला गया, so it's the power change its sign and become +1. Is this clear? दोनों ways समझो, दोनों तरीके से लिखो इसको.
वैसे सर अगर हम वैसे कर सकते थे कि यहाँ पर
Prime basis is an easier way, and that can be applied to many questions. Simple interest for 3 years at 4% per year. Interest is PRT upon. Remember, this gives us interest. Principal is 200. Years are 3. Rate is 4 and it is 3 divided by 100. Can you simplify? Can we cancel these two zeros? Yes, we can, क्योंकि ऊपर कुछ add subtract नहीं हो रहा. All of these are multiplying. So 2 into 4 is 8. 8 into 3 is $24 is the simple interest. Two brothers share $200 in the ratio 2:3. Calculate the larger share. $200 is not the share of either of those brothers. $200 is the total amount. Which one gets the larger share, 2 or 3? 3. So again, 3 ratio. Can you tell me the total ratio?
5.
5. That means for every total 5, the larger one gets 3. So मुझे larger one का नहीं पता and I know the total is 200. Cross multiply. 3 into 200 is 5x. 5 is being multiplied over here. 600 upon 5 is x. Can you tell me the value of x? Do it on your own. Do it on your own. This class 987.65. The question says by writing each number correct to one significant figure. पहली कौन सी है? ये 9 ही पहली significant figure है. So इसके आगे अगर 8 है, so this will become, I'm rounding it off, 1000. Place value थोड़ी change होती है. 9 आगे 10 पे round off 1, this becomes 1000. What about this one? इसमें what is the first place value? This is the first significant figure. And it has a 9 after it, so that will become 2. इसको 2 नहीं लिखेंगे, 0.02 है. Place value change नहीं होती. Be careful about this. Is this clear? So how will we convert it now? 2 decimal place move करते हैं, ऊपर 2 zeros और लगाते हैं. Now can you divide 100,000 by 2? Decimal में division नहीं करते हम. अगर ये 2 था तो we made this 2. 2 decimal आगे move करे. इसका decimal end में है, so इसके भी we move 2 decimals forward. We get already 1000 था, 2 zeros और आ गए और ये 2 हो गया. करो 100,000 divided by 2 is, लिखो लिखो. If you're not writing it down, you're not learning anything. Make such a figure. Make this diagram. The question says that this is a line of symmetry. Make this shape in your registers. This is how we'll complete the shape because the question said that the dotted line is the line of symmetry, which is the mirror line. So something which is on this side of the line of symmetry, uska mirror image will be on this side, and if something is over here, uska mirror image will be over there. So this is the kind of complete shape that we will get for this part. Okay, similarly in this one, six small squares are shaded. Shade two more small squares so that the complete diagram has a rotational symmetry of order. Or what does that mean? If I rotate it 360 degrees, it should come in its shape exactly the same way. What two more squares should we shade? Very good. These two squares we should shade. And observe this one and once you shade these two squares, now if you rotate this 360 degree, you'll get the exact same shape 4 times. Is this clear now? चलो जल्दी से attempt this part for me. Let me know what do you get. How do we calculate the average speed? Average speed is total distance traveled upon total time taken. Please write this down. In average speed, we are focused on finding the total distance and dividing it by the total time. So what is the total distance?
Total distance 17 kilometers. Okay, okay.
For the first 1.5 hours, we know the speed, right? So पहले वाले की speed हमें पता है, which is 10. Distance नहीं पता. Time is 1.5. Can you tell me the distance to पहले first run में she has run?
How 777. But now ऐसे ही है ना?
1.5 will go over there and it will multiply. So 10 into 1.5 is 15 kilometers. This is the distance of the first run. Very good. Now we'll use average speed. Now we know the total distance. What is the total distance traveled? 15 plus 7. And the total time is 2. So please be very careful when finding average speeds. You must focus on finding the total distance and the total time. So 15 plus 7 is over 2. So average speed is, please write it down and understand what you are doing, why you are doing so. Is this clear? How do we find the average speed? Part is regarding function notations.
3.2
Yes. F of 3.2. जहाँ जहाँ x है वहाँ पे we'll plug in 3.2. 3 into 3.2 and then add 7. Let me know what do you get.
Nine plus 7 is not 16. 16.6.
3 into 3.2 is
9.6.
9.6. उसमें when we add 7, this is function notation. Fx is 3x plus 7. whatever you input in the function, the question says 3.2 input कर दो, so x की जगह 3.2 आ जाएगा. 3.6. Now inverse, how do we find inverse? X को subject बनाते, we try to make x the subject of the formula. If 3 is being multiplied over here, so this is my inverse, which is x minus 7 upon 3. Y varies directly as a square of x. इसके दोनों methods I'll try. I want you to address both the methods. One is what you people do. Y is proportional to x square. This is what the question says. Right? When we remove the proportionality sign, bring in an equal to, we write a constant. लिखो लिखो लिखते करो बेटा. Make sure you write everything now. So the question said when y is 1 over 5, x is 1 over 2. So 1 over 5 is k into 1 over 4. 4 यहाँ का multiply हुआ, 4 over 5 is k. So y is equals to 4 over 5 x squared. This is a formula that relates an equation that relates y with x. Now the question is asking you why when x is 10. 10 का square is 100, 4 over 5 into 100, पहले 5 और 100 से एक ही बात है, same thing. 1 over 5 divided by 1 over 4 करो. When you convert that divide into multiply, reciprocation होगी. That is when we have reciprocation. So again, what is the value of y? This is one way to do this question. Another way, when quantities are directly proportional, their ratios are constant. I can say y1 upon x1 square is equal to y2 upon x2 square. y1 is y को जब y है when x is 10. When y is 1 over 5, x is 1 over 2. Because जब divide का भी divide हो रहा है, when we have division, when we want to divide fractions, तो आप इस तरह से लिख देते हैं. हम कह रहे हैं when y is y, x is 10. When y is 1 over 5, x is 1 over 2. This is an alternate way to do the same thing. So y over 100 is 1 over 5 times 4 over 1, which is 4 over 5 into 100. Y is 80. Understand both the methods. Both are important in some of the very difficult questions. Sometimes this is easier for you and sometimes. Next is an inequality. Solve the inequality. 12 minus 2x is less than x. You just deal it like an equation. 2x यहाँ minus हो रहा था, वहाँ जाएगा तो very good. 12 is, so 3 multiply 12 upon 3. How do we read this? Variable के perspective से इसको read करते हैं. We say x is greater than 4. So, yeah. Okay. How do we attempt such questions? कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, same है. It is the same. X is कोई जरूरत नहीं है. X is greater than 4. This is enough. If you want to write it down in this way, आप इस तरह लिख लें, कोई problem थोड़ी. X is greater than 4.
हमें उसको मेंशन करना होता है स्केल के ऊपर।
इक्वेशन में भी हम जो काम करते हैं, वी डू ऑपरेशंस ऑन बोथ द साइड्स, इसमें भी करना है, इंटीजर वैल्यूज बतानी है। नाउ इफ आई वांट टू रिमूव दिस 2, व्हाट डू आई हैव टू डू? मुझे 2 से डिवाइड करना है, 2 से तीनों को डिवाइड कर देंगे, दिस डिवाइड बाय 2, दिस डिवाइड बाय 2 and this divide by 2, you get -4 n -2. So what integer value n takes? जो -4 और -2 के बीच में होती हैं, in between -4 and -2, -3
-4 तो आएगा।
and -2. No, not -4, -4 पे equal to नहीं है।
सर एक मिनट रुकिएगा, जो एक और तरीका था उसमें बीच में नंबर को
This is your question कर। Okay, 1 week temperatures in degrees Celsius at midnight were recorded. The results are given below. Use these results to find the mode. Mode is the most occurring value. Which value is the most occurring in this data? Huh? How often is -2 occurring? 2 times. The mode is -2. And then the question says median. What is median? Median is a middle value, and you get the middle value once you arrange the data in either ascending or descending order. Middle ही रहता है. Please arrange this data. You get -3, then -2, -2, -1, 1, 2, and how many data do we have? The question said 1 week. 1 week has how many days? 7. So how do we find the median position? There is no formula for median. We find the median position. Median is simply the middle. N plus 1 divided by 2. So if you have 7 readings, 7 plus 1 divided by 2. So what is the median position? 4. 4 is not the median. Fourth position is the median position. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. What data do I have on the fourth position? That is -1. So my median is -1. What about the mean? Mean is sum of all data divided by number of readings. Mean is sum of all data, very common average that used in other subjects as well, divided by number of. So let's sum up all the data. We have -3 plus
0
-2 plus -2 plus -1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 divided by 7. Can you tell me what the mean is? Take let them. So if you get a 0 in the numerator, here I'm trusting you with the value. I want everyone to find their own values and tell me what you get. Calculators are not allowed. This is paper 1. Do you get 0 in the numerator? So the mean is 0. Do it yourself. Zero आ रहा है? Okay, class. Now, then the question is asking us to write this number in standard form. How many decimal places do we need to move? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this becomes 1.2 exponent -4. We move the decimal on the right, we reduce the exponents. If we move it on the left, we increase the exponents. Try to understand the questions. Do not just focus on copying and pasting the entire thing. That will not help you. If you're unable to understand anything, let me know. How do we add or subtract when we have numbers in standard form or exponents? No, not basis same. हम exponent same करते हैं. Yes. हम same exponents करते हैं. So what do you want? Either exponent 7 or exponent 6. क्या करें? 6 कर देते हैं. Okay, fine. You can do it both ways. If you are converting it into exponent 6, 55 exponent 6 minus 2.1 exponent 6. Exponent 6 can be taken as common. 55 minus 2.1. Can you subtract 2.1 from 55? पहले तो मुझे ये वाला बता, exponent 6 अगर किया है तो 55 minus 2.1. Decimal subtraction में make sure you write decimal के नीचे decimal लिखो while doing the rough working. 52.9 exponent 6. Now this number is right, but it is not in standard form. So again, left पे move किया 5.29 exponent 7. Another way to do it is you would have converted both of them into exponent 7 and taken exponent 7 common. Remember, this is just for addition or subtraction. When multiplying, we don't need to do this. 5.29 exponent 7. This is a way to solve this. Now, can you solve this question for me? Understand both ways, बच्चों. सबसे पहले सब्स्टिट्यूशन देखते हैं, उसमें भी we have both the equations. ऊपर वाले में x को सब्जेक्ट बनाना for the first equation, making x a subject is an easier task. 12 यहाँ ऐड हो रहा है, वहां जाएगा तो remember subjects is not necessarily something that is made on the left side. You can make subject on the right side too. So relax about it, be cool about it. Okay, do not force yourself to make everything subject on the left side. So 2y minus 12 is x. बन गया x subject? X subject बन गया. The first equation and this equation, are both of these the same equations? Yes, they are. The first equation and this one, they are the same equation. They are just written differently. So I cannot plug it in the first one again. ये तो एक ही equation है, cancel हो जाएगा सब कुछ. So I must plug this into which equation? The second one, right? So 3y is equals to 11 minus 2, or x की जगह what can I plug in? 2y minus, do not use calculator, this is paper 1. 3y is equals to 11 minus 4y plus 12. 4y goes on that side, 7y is equals to 23. Sorry, this will be 24, my bad. 24 plus 11 is 35. Y is 35 over 7 is 5. Once you have y, you can put it in this equation, the first ये वाली जो हमने बनाई थी. X is equals to 2y minus 12 में we'll plug in y.
minus.
This is how you can use substitution to solve this one. Now, if you want to use elimination, you must make the same coefficients. किसके coefficients same करोगे? Good. If anyone wants to do elimination, you have the choice to make same coefficients for any particular variable. X या Y, किसका same करने की कोशिश करोगे? Which one? Y? Okay. In order to make the same coefficients Y के, you want to multiply this one by 3. X की कोफिशिएंट सेम करने. ओके, इसको मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 कर लो. फाइन. इसका ऑलरेडी हुआ है 11 minus 2x. ओके, इसको मैं रीराइट करके minus 2x plus 11 लिख देता हूँ. दैट विल हेल्प यू. So the first equation becomes 4y is equals to 2x plus 12. 3y is equals to minus 2x plus 11. Now you decide the operation. दोनों के बीच में ऐसा क्या operation करूं that 2x eliminates? Yes, you are right. Sorry, 12 भी 2 से होगा. What operation should I choose to eliminate x in both these equations? Should I add both the equations or should I subtract both the equations? If I subtract, so minus minus plus हो जाएगा, फिर ये eliminate नहीं होंगे. I must add both the equations. When I add two equations, the left side adds with the left side and the right side adds with the right side. The left side पे I get 7y. X और x cancel हो गया. 24 plus 11 becomes 35. Y is 5. किसी भी एक में डालते हैं. 2 into 5 is x plus 12. 10 minus 12 is x. X is negative 2. So understand both methods. Do not treat it as an option. Okay, this part is about a pie chart. Read the question first. The angle Y will take is 168. And obviously Z का remaining angle आपके पास बच जाएगा. You will place your D and then you will complete the pie chart. Pie chart का पूरा जो operation of fraction पे चलता है. Find the fraction of people who preferred Y. What is the angle of people who preferred Y? What is the angle of people who preferred Y? 168. And what is the total angle? 360. So even though I do not know the quantity, I'll use these angles 168 out of. Can you simplify this and tell me what do you get? Without using a calculator, obviously. Yes, class. I do not know the actual answer. I'm trusting you people with the values. Cancel it with 2 first. 2 से cancel करके क्या हो जाएगा? करना पड़ेगा. 84 upon 180. करो. सुबह तो नहीं हुई ना? If you try it, you can do it. Make your brain cells work. Done? The angle for X is 120. So I can say that 80 people are being represented by 120 degrees. What am I doing? इसमें जो रेशो हमारे पास होता है वो क्वांटिटी और एंगल का रेशो होता है पाई चार्ट में. So 80 people are being represented by 120 degrees. So the total number of people which I do not know will be represented by 360 degrees. Is that right? Can you solve it and tell me the value of X? इसको मैं बताता हूँ कैसे करना है. स्मार्टली काम करो. पहले क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करो. 80 into 360 is 120x. 120 का मल्टीप्लाई वहां जाएगा तो no need to multiply 80 and 360 and make a very big number out of it. Now you can simplify. 0 and 0 cancelled out. And why are we cancelling it out? Because it's multiplying. अगर यहाँ add subtract हो रहा होता तो we would not be able to cancel anything out. 0 and 0 cancelled out. 12 ones are and 12 threes are. 3 into 80 is 240. Please write it down. Just by observing the board, you will not be able to understand anything until unless you try it on your own. Done, class? Everyone is getting 240 or any other value? What is the square root of 32.5? 5.701. और इसमें से माइनस करना है हमें square root of 31.3, which is 5.59. Make sure decimal के नीचे decimal लिखो and then subtract them. 1 से 5 नहीं हो सकता. 0 है बराबर में 7 से कैरी करो पहले 1 पे, फिर एक और कैरी करो and tell me the answer that you get.
0.
Table clear to everyone. What are you going to do in this table? अब Or say the question is asking you the estimate of 32.25. You know the root of 32.2, right? You know the root of 32.3. The square root of 32.25 इन दोनों के बीच में कहीं भी होगा. You can use any value. Tell me what do you get?
Sir, मैं कितना आपको 78
सही है. Look at the last two digits, 75 and इसमें 83. बात समझ आ रही है बच्चों या नहीं आ रही है? Have a look at this trend. इस बात से समझोगे तो आसानी से क्लियर हो जाएगा. क्या करें? 78, 80, 5.68 ले लूं मैं. 5.68 looks fine.
So okay, 0.9 add 0.0.
The number which has a square root of 56.39. The number which has a square root of 56.39. इसी से डेसिमल में देखो जरा. 5.639 किसका स्क्वायर रूट है? 31.8 का. Square root of 31.8 is 5.639. Is that right? ऐसा ही है या नहीं है? Is that right or wrong? अब गौर से देखना, एक बात बता रहा हूं. 5.639 का स्क्वायर is 31.8. Can we agree on this, class? The question is asking us the square of 56.39 का आपसे स्क्वायर पूछ रहा है. क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है 56 point. This is I've rephrased the question. Is this what the question is asking or not? 56.39 का स्क्वायर पूछ रहा है. इसमें से can I break this down into this way? 5.639 into 10. Can I do this or not, class? 56.39 को दोबारा देख लो. 56. पहले तो be clear about it. This is what the question is asking. Is that right? This is what the question is asking. So can I break this down into 5.639 times 10? It is still the same thing or not? Now, can I say 5.639 का square into 10 का square? I already know the square of this. का square क्या है? 31.8. 31.8 और 10 का square is 100. You multiply it by 100, 3180. डिफरेंस था 32.25. 32.2 का ये है. भी बता रहा हूँ. एस्टिमेट ऑफ स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 32.2 है. 32.2 का स्क्वायर रूट 6.675 है. 683 है. 75 और 83 के बीच में कोई भी नंबर हम ले सकते हैं. हमने 8 ले लिया. 79 भी ले सकते थे. 5.679 एस्टिमेट ही कह रहा है, तो वी आर नॉट वरीड अबाउट इट. इसके बीच में कहीं होगा. ठीक है. इज दिस क्लियर, क्लास? 3180. Let's do 2 more parts. एक क्वेश्चन और करते हैं. Simplify this. ये पिछला वाला सबको क्लियर है? कॉपी कर लो पहले, आराम से लिख लो, and then we'll move on. Okay, so 8 BODMAS minus 60 minus 3. 8 and 3 like terms. 5 minus 60. What about this one? This is a question related to indices. Cube अगर हम करेंगे तो 2 का cube is 8. X square का cube is x to the power 6. Y to the power 3. 6x to the power 4. Y to the power 4. 6 और 8 तो कैंसिल हो के 4 ऊपर और नीचे 3. x की पावर 6 माइनस 4, y की पावर या तो इस तरह हम लिख लें। अब देख लो, जो रेसिप्रोकेशन वाली बात तुम लोग करते हो क्लियर हो जाएगी। So 4x square y has a power negative 1/3. अगर y को मैं नीचे ले आऊं 4x square over 3y. See, we are not reciprocating. We are forcefully changing the position of something between the numerator and the denominator, and so the sign of its power changes. बोलो बोलो बोलो।